Alright everybody, welcome to a new video in the Forza series. I'm gonna just let everyone know to ignore the Miata video. The Miata failed. Really bad. So what I'm actually gonna be doing today is I'm going to be showing off, we're gonna be starting a car. So I'm gonna build a car with you guys. You guys get to see how it gets built. And it's probably going to happen in a couple videos and just along the way. But yesterday, I bought a 1965 Pontiac GTO. There it is right there, in blue. It's not going to stay in blue, likely. I'll let you guys decide a few things. That's not my name, I just have it as that. I'll let you guys decide a few things. I'll let you guys decide a design for it. And I will let you guys decide the name for it. The name first, because I want the livery to kind of go with it. But getting into it, this is the GTO. It's a pretty cool car. I haven't done anything to it except paint it. And get yelled at by my cat. Hi. Alright, this is the current engine. It's not very high horsepower. You can't really do a ton to it body-wise, you know, just some basic stuff. But I'm gonna go through all the different modifications and why I'm doing them, starting with aero and appearance. I'm not gonna do a front splitter. You don't need it. So all this does is it gives you better off-road braking and handling with less acceleration and launch. So this adds drag, and of course I can tune it to have more speed efficiency, but it's still adding drag. Yeah, I don't care. We also don't care about handling. Since this is going to be a drag build, in drag racing you're not turning. You could literally have a handling of 1, and that'd be fine. The rear wing, you can do it for style points, I guess, because the rear wing helps with acceleration, and you can just tune it to speed. Of course, you don't need it. It doesn't really hurt to have either. I just prefer not to have the front splitter. But I do like the rear splitter. Rear splitter, god damn. That is a spoiler, not a splitter. Dang. This is the nice stock hood. And there are 3 options. There's a cowl induction, the street hood, the scoop, which is also the street hood, and the bug catcher, which is also street hood. What I do like about the bug catcher is when you rev it, it actually opens the intake, and it also spins the thingy. But I prefer the cowl induction, just because I like the look. And they all have the same stats. They don't do anything different, they just look different. So I like the cowl induction. It's only $1,000. So this is what you're looking at for aerodynamics. Tires and rims are very important. Right now it's only a stock tire compound, and a lot of people go after the slick race tires. As in me, I used to go for the slick race tires because of the grip. But it does not hurt to do drag tires. It adds more grip. You can do slicks or drags, it doesn't matter. Oh, excuse me. Whoops. It doesn't hurt. They both have increased acceleration and launch at the same level. One just increases your handling and braking. So it doesn't hurt. I'm going to do drags because I like it. Your front tires don't matter. You can see as they get wider, it decreases your acceleration and launch, and that is what your main focus is. Your rear tires, on the other hand, I'm not sure, let me check this. No. So we're gonna have the tires as thin as possible, because apparently that increases the launch by a lot. Track width doesn't matter, but it's cheap to have it wider. And I don't really care, so why not? This doesn't do anything good, and anybody that donks their rims hates the car, and I refuse to elaborate. I might increase the size a little bit, because the stock size is pretty small. But I'm not going to do this. This is stupid. This is stupid. Like this, max. I'm just going to go for the 15-inch. The rear is... Oh yeah, God, the sun. 15-inch. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay. So with the larger rim size, it barely changed any stats. It's just an aesthetic thing. Yeah. I'm not going to do any of the engine stuff yet. I'm going to do that last. Alright. So, on to platform and handling. We're going to go in order here. So, hi Betty. It's my cat. These are my brakes. The brake system, you can see that the street brakes don't matter too much. When you get to sport and race brakes, they matter a little more. Because for some reason, the race and sport brakes both increase the launch and acceleration. I'm going to say it a million times. The handling doesn't matter. Don't pay attention to this. Literally, you should definitely do this. Take a Sharpie and scribble it out on your screen. I promise that's a really good idea. Promise. Braking, I guess, matters, but not all too much, and off-road doesn't matter. Speed, acceleration, launch matters the most. Off-road doesn't matter too much. Alright. Hey, Betty. With spring and dampers, I like to go for sport. You can go for race. Oh, wait, I prefer race. I confused the two. I like the race because it's tunable. It's just a tunable version of sport. And I like to make the car as low as possible when I'm doing drag racing. And you know what? Since I'm kind of, in a way, destroying the car. Not actually, but in a way. Comment below if I should get another GTO and just make it good. Not like drag build, just like good and sporty and nice. How it should be. But I decided to be evil today. So when you're nice and low, it makes you more aerodynamic and it increases your speed and stability. God damn. We don't care for anti-roll unless this increases the acceleration or launch at all. I don't know why it does. Apparently it does. I don't care. Chassis reinforcement. This does decrease your acceleration and launch, so it doesn't actually matter too much. You can for looks, and it's good for braking, but it doesn't really matter. Weight reduction is nice, and I always go for as much weight reduction as possible. Look at that. It's almost good. Alright, on to drivetrain. The clutch, just get the highest performance clutch. Transmission. Street transmission is overall great, and it does nothing bad. Same with the sport. They do nothing different, except one has a different name and less shift time. It costs double. The race transmission is pretty good. It's an increase in performance and less shift time. See, with the race transmission, you have less braking. I'm looking for the one that has the best acceleration and launch, which I believe is the 7-speed. Or the race. They don't... It doesn't matter. I'm just going to do the race because they're the same. I think it costs less, too. Yeah, it costs $600 less. For... Oh, didn't mean to do that. This is good to look at. I just do the race. It gets rid of the most weight. I want the car to be as light as possible. See, these builds get expensive-ish. The differential, I like to do it two-way. The off-road is nice because you can differentiate between how much force the front and back do separately. So I can set it to like 60%, and it'll do more rear than front, which is neat. But I don't really care about that. So I'm going to do a race diff. They're all, you know, two-way, except for the sport. Because the sport is stupid and lame. On a conversion, I was going to do all-wheel drive because I know it generally brings up your acceleration and launch at the cost of speed, but it's just literally everything worse. So never mind. Going to the engine swaps, I would do this engine, but B, you can't modify the engine. Hi, secondary cat. This would be pretty cool, but yeesh. I can afford that. I don't want to try to afford that. Maybe in the future I'll upgrade to this, but I think for now... Okay, let's see. Could. Might not be a bad idea. Why not? Wee ball. Aha, there you go. Acceleration and launch 10. This is what you want. But it comes at a mighty cost of speed. This is already a very expensive build, as you can see between the amount of credits it's costing and the amount of credits I have. This is kind of like what happened with that Miata. I bought that Miata, right? Painted it black. I don't have any pictures, unfortunately, or video. But I painted it black. I put a nice Pandem body kit on it. And I put $100,000 in mods on the thing. And it still sucked. Oh, I don't like when it does that. I want speed. I don't care about anything else. I want speed. There we go. So anti-lag generally isn't a drag thing. Generally, anti-lag is for drift and rally, because when you let off the accelerator, it continues to let air into the turbo, which causes it to continue to make horsepower. You don't need that. But it also allows you to have horsepower slightly earlier. You can look at the graph down there. This is without anti-lag and with. So, like, you get horsepower 100 RPMs earlier. Woo! Oop, I keep doing that. I might just drop the all-wheel drive. That's the wrong thing. I'm going to drop the all-wheel drive because even though it gives me a really good acceleration boost, it is so bad everything else wise, and I can just do this, just modify all this stuff for horsepower, and the thing is still pretty slow, to be honest. It's quick, but it's still slow. So we're gonna go back to the default engine, get rid of all that. Look at that. Look at that. This is the process. I went from $99,000 to 25 grand worth of stuff just by dropping the engine. I could just do this V8, pretty much an LS, pretty much. It might not be an LS, but it's pretty much an LS. This seems good. It does have a lot of acceleration and launch, but there's the problem right there. This thing tops out at like 100 now, and this would be actually pretty good. That would be a bad idea. See what she can do. It's actually got quite a bit of thingamabobs I can do to it. It's not very fast, which is what I worry about. See, while you want to focus mostly on your acceleration, you also have to watch the speed. Because of course, if your acceleration is great, awesome. But like, your acceleration is gonna be great if you top out at like 120. So you really have to make sure that the car can accelerate to a high speed, not just accelerate. And you also want to make sure it can accelerate to a high speed and not just have a high speed. You know? So I'm just putting the best of the best on this thing in order to... Yeah, this isn't really working. I might just do the LS, if that's what it is. Which I'm pretty sure that's what it is. 6.2 liter V8. Probably LS. There's a twin turbo. I could do one giant turbo. That'd be cool. A goddamn 80mm turbo. So, when you have the option between a turbo, a positive displacement supercharger, and a centrifugal supercharger, I never do a centrifugal supercharger. It's not like terrible, it's just not that good, as you can see. 127 horsepower. They all only give 127 horsepower, they just give it in different ways. So, the difference is that the twin turbo gives the horsepower through air intake. So you can see in the graph here, it curves up and then flatlines a little. The positive displacement is with a pulley. So as long as the engine's running, it's putting out a little extra horsepower. That's what I like about it. And then the centrifugal, same thing, just not as good. So, in my opinion, I prefer turbos or superchargers. I like supercharger noises as well. I'm weird like that. I like the noise of an engine. See how good the V8 can get. That real American power. Like, everyone knows America's the best country in the world. Like, unfortunately, the higher performance exhaust makes the car quieter. Unfortunate. I'm trying to get this thing faster. The acceleration and launch are pretty good, but the speed, on the other hand, oh, wrong thing. New cooler. I like to rev it just to play around with the noise. So it's still not very fast. I wonder if putting slick tires would help a little. No, literally not at all. Okay. That helps. Okay. I know that sometimes changing the weight of the rims can help with speed and such. You can see if I take away 10 pounds, it adds acceleration, launch, braking, and off-road, while decreasing handling. While adding 10 pounds does the exact opposite, increased handling, and does not look like any of these increase speed though, so I may just have to tune it, and I don't want to spend like half my money on a potentially okay car. I'd rather spend like half my money on a car that I know is good. And we ball. Oh, wrong thing. Fuck it, we ball. I still got like 100 grand. I'll be fine. See, this is how you live life. Spend half your money on Roomba-ba-boom. Yeah, see, that's a problem. You can't customize the transmission. Wonderful. Camber? No. None at all. Thank you. Unless that helps, which I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I just like more caster. As low as it'll go. Yeah, she's slammed. Arrow. Speed. Same speed. Brake. Differential. Okay. So I'm gonna do a few more things. I need to change my transmission, as I never bought the race transmission. That stupid increases the speed. And I never bought the race differential. I don't know why I didn't select those. I guess I'm just a little stupid sometimes. It does that. Alright. Custom tuning. That's a lot better. That's a lot better right there. Now I can just... Boop, boop. That's... okay. Huh. Be very careful. And differential, high acceleration. You don't want too much acceleration. See that? Too much acceleration will spin your tires, and you don't want that. Apparently, less acceleration means better 0 to 60. Don't ask. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I guess this is going to be pretty good. Let's head over to the drag strip. Let's see her perform. Ah, it's nighttime. Wonderful. Hold on. Just getting outer of that. Damn. That was not clean. Yep. I am really cool at driving. Shortcut. That's it. See this. Tires do not spin very much, which is nice. It's not really as fast as I'd like it to be, but it ain't bad. You guys have any recommendations for modifications, tuning, names or livery, let me know in the comments. And I don't know, I'll figure it out. But that wraps it up for today. This is the GTO, and I am out of here.